In today's explosive segment, Nick Wright is going after the Dallas Cowboys like never before. He's delivering a scathing critique of the team's current direction and questioning whether Dak Prescott should take a pay cut or even consider leaving. What's fueling this fiery take? Join us as we dive into Nick Wright's controversial opinions and analyze what this could mean for the future of both Prescott and the Cowboys. Hey there, Cowboys Nation! Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. All right, let's get into it. On yesterday's episode of First Things First, Nick Wright absolutely went off on the Dallas Cowboys. And boy, did he not hold back. We're going to break down everything he said, piece by piece, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this. Wow, Nick Wright coming in hot right off the bat. But let's unpack this a bit. The Cowboys have been in a bit of a cap space crunch lately, and there have been rumors swirling about the team wanting Dak to restructure his contract. Now on the surface, this might not seem like a big deal. We see players restructure contracts all the time, right? But here's where it gets interesting. The Cowboys aren't just talking about a simple restructure. No, they're reportedly asking Dak to take a significant pay cut. And that, my friends, is where Nick Wright draws the line. Now, let's look at the numbers for a second. Since entering the league in 2016, Dak Prescott has been a model of consistency. He's thrown for over 24,000 yards, 166 touchdowns, and has a career passer rating of 97.8. Those are elite numbers, folks. We're talking about a guy who's been to the Pro Bowl multiple times and has led the Cowboys to the playoffs in 4 out of his 7 seasons as a starter. But it's not just about the stats. Dak has been the face of this franchise for years now. He's weathered the storm through good times and bad, always presenting himself as a true leader, both on and off the field. And let's not forget, he's done all this while playing under the immense pressure that comes with being the quarterback of America's team. So, when we hear reports that the Cowboys are asking him to take a pay cut, it's no wonder that Nick Wright and many others are up in arms. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no, it gets even juicier. If I'm Dak Prescott, I'm looking at this situation and I'm thinking, why am I still here? There are plenty of teams out there who would love to have a quarterback of his caliber and who would pay him what he's worth. Dak shouldn't just refuse to take a pay cut, he should seriously consider leaving Dallas altogether. And there it is, folks. Nick Wright dropping the bomb that's got everyone talking. Should Dak Prescott actually consider leaving the Dallas Cowboys? It's a question that would have seemed unthinkable just a few years ago, but here we are. Let's consider this for a moment. If Dak were to hit the open market, what kind of interest would he generate? Well, let me tell you, there would be no shortage of suitors. We're talking about a 29-year-old quarterback in the prime of his career, with a proven track record of success. Teams like the Las Vegas Raiders, the New England Patriots, or even the Washington Commanders would likely be falling over themselves to sign Dak. But it's not just about finding a team that would pay him. It's about finding a situation where Dak could thrive and potentially take that next step towards greatness. And that's where Nick Wright's argument really starts to gain some traction. Ouch, Nick Wright really twisting the knife there. But he's not wrong, is he? The Cowboys have had a talented roster for years now, but they've consistently fallen short in the playoffs. They haven't made it to the NFC Championship game since 1995, let alone the Super Bowl. At what point do we start to question whether the issue lies not with the players, but with the organization as a whole? And that brings us to the elephant in the room, Jerry Jones. The Cowboys owner and general manager has been a controversial figure in the NFL for decades. His hands-on approach and penchant for making splashy moves have often been criticized as being more about generating headlines than winning championships. That's what Jerry Jones has been saying for years now. But actions speak louder than words, and if the reports about asking Dak to take a pay cut are true, it seems like those actions are telling a different story. Now, let's be fair here. The Cowboys aren't the only team dealing with cap space issues. The salary cap is a reality that every NFL team has to navigate, and sometimes tough decisions have to be made. But there's a difference between asking a player to restructure their contract to create some short-term cap relief and asking them to take less money overall. And that's where Nick Wright's argument really hits home. If the Cowboys truly believed in Dak as their franchise quarterback, why would they be asking him to take less money? Shouldn't they be doing everything in their power to keep him happy and build a team around him? Strong words from Nick Wright, but he's got a point. The NFL is a quarterback-driven league, and finding a franchise QB is easier said than done. Just ask teams like the Chicago Bears or the New York Jets how difficult it can be to find stability at the position. So, what are Dak's options here? Well, he could agree to restructure his contract, potentially taking less money in the short term to help the team's cap situation. But based on Nick Wright's comments and the general sentiment around the league, that seems unlikely. The more intriguing option is what Nick suggested. Dak could refuse to take a pay cut and potentially force his way out of Dallas. It would be a seismic move, one that would send shockwaves throughout the NFL. But it's not without precedent. We've seen star players force trades before, and in today's NFL player empowerment is at an all-time high. If Dak were to take this route, it would likely lead to a messy divorce with the Cowboys. But it could also open up new opportunities for him to prove himself in a different environment. Imagine Dak Prescott leading a team like the 49ers or the Dolphins. The possibilities are tantalizing. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. As of right now, this is all speculation. The Cowboys haven't officially announced anything regarding Dak's contract, and Dak himself hasn't made any public statements about wanting to leave. What we do know is that this situation is far from resolved. The Cowboys are facing a crucial offseason with several key players hitting free agency and limited cap space to work with. How they handle Dak's contract will likely set the tone for everything else they do. And there you have it, folks. Nick Wright laying down the gauntlet for the Dallas Cowboys. It's clear that this story is far from over, and we'll be keeping a close eye on any developments in the coming weeks and months. But now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this situation? Should Dak Prescott consider leaving the Cowboys if they ask him to take a pay cut? Or should he stick it out and try to make it work in Dallas? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. It really helps out the channel and lets me know you want to see more content like this. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We're always breaking down the latest NFL news and drama, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. That's all for today, folks. Bringing you the hottest takes and the latest news from around the NFL. Until next time, keep that passion for football burning, and I'll see you in the next video.